Well, you guys, Jenelle Evans is officially divorced from David Eason, and David Eason is actually walking away with quite a bit. I was actually pretty shocked at how much he's going to get in this divorce. Now, if you're keeping up with the situation, you guys know that their marriage was a mess. There were allegations of ABUSC. She would make these allegations and then come back and say that they were untrue and that the media was twisting her words and lying. It is literally this marriage has been one that needed to end before it even started. Okay. Now I do want to say the Ashley Realities Roundup, which is an outlet that reports on MTV celebrities and reality TV celebrities, they are the outlet that is posting about the divorce and everything that transpired at court. Jenelle is denying this, not shocked, because there has been several times that Jenelle has gone to court. The Ashley reported on it fairly quickly. Jenelle said that it was all lies, and then come to find out it was all the truth. That has happened so many times that media reports something. Jenelle literally gets on her social media account saying that is not true. And then exactly what was reported was in fact the truth. So you can decide what you want to believe. We're going to go over to the Ashley's Reality Roundup, and I'm going to tell you guys exactly what David Eason allegedly got in this divorce. Oh, this is what Jenelle posted on her Facebook. She said, "Now I can breathe. Went through our assets and came to a settlement. Ladies, please don't ever put anything in anyone else's name but your own. The battle is over." You would think she would have learned her lesson, marrying David Eason, putting so many things in his name, him not working. But then her and David separate and she went straight to August King and she got him a Range Rover in her name. So hopefully she's learned her lesson at this point, you guys. We'll see. We'll see. All right, so let's jump over to the Ashley's Reality Roundup, where we're going to go over how they made out with the divorce. All right. All right, guys. So it says exclusive Teen Mom star Jenelle Evans settles divorce with ex David Eason. Here's the surprising way they divided up the land and more. And it is pretty shocking. Not gonna lie, I was like, dang, David did good. I mean, he walked away with more than I assumed he was going to get. All right, it says Jenelle and David are almost rid of each other. They do still have to go through custody of Inslee. It says the Ashley can exclusively report that according to her court sources, the former MTV2 star sat through hours of mediation on Tuesday to divide the assets that she and David acquired before and during their marriage, including their infamous home on the land in North Carolina. On Wednesday, Jenelle posted a photo of herself emerging from a bank with a caption advising other women to never put their assets in someone else's name. We just saw that. As the Ashley previously told us, the former soulmates are officially divorced. However, they still had to sit down and figure out who gets what, as well as come to a decision regarding the custody of their shared daughter, Inslee. While Tuesday's mediation did not cover anything to do with custody of Inslee, that has been shelved for a later date. It did decide who got things like the land, their vehicles, and even Janelle's wedding ring. Even Janelle's wedding ring. Okay. The land and the property. Janelle and David agreed via Zoom that Jenelle would be awarded the home on the land and nearly all of its contents, such as furniture and electronics. This is interesting because Jenelle recently stated that she hates going back to that house due to all the bad memories she has there. While Jenelle is free to max and relax and soak up some algae in her pool, David will be close by as he was awarded the parcel of land that contains his wood and metal shop. Ain't that wild? David can just drive on the land because, I mean, he can just go to his shop because it's now his. What if she's there and he decides to, whatever. In addition to that parcel of the land, David was also awarded a plot of land that he purchased after their wedding down the street and several parcels of the land itself. So while Jenelle was the house and the land that the house sits on, and where her she shed is. She did receive her she shed in the agreement. As far as the land, it was broken up and divided between the two. Now, this is where it gets really interesting to me. The vehicles. David made out better with the vehicle situation than Jenelle did, even managing to snag the BMW that Jenelle is currently driving in Vegas. That's wild because that's Janelle's primary car, I do believe, the BMW. Now he will have to take over Janelle's car payments. Y'all, listen, maybe this is me being petty, but it's gonna be wild when we see David Eason in this BMW and Kinley taking pictures together, or Kinley driving the BMW. You know, that's gonna set Jenelle on fire. That's wild. He was also awarded the couple's broken down boat that he had previously been living in before moving in with his current soulmate, Kinley. So he gets the boat, he gets the BMW. The boater home is currently in North Carolina and is now David's to do with whatever he pleases. Although Jenelle received one car and motorcycle, David was awarded nearly all of the couple's other cars and motorcycles, ATVs, and motorized toys. Jenelle did get to keep the golf cart and the couple's riding lawnmower, which she will probably not have much use for since she lives in Vegas. And I guess y'all don't have much of a yard in Vegas. Jenelle snagged the kids' toys, gaming consoles, and bikes, while David received his trusty old truck, which Jenelle was hoping to take from her ex. Okay, so Jenelle, not too long ago, like maybe a few weeks ago, I actually tried to look for it, I couldn't find it, but not too long ago, a few weeks ago, Jenelle actually posted on X, I think it was X, about how that was her truck and she would be getting it in the divorce. That was her truck. Well, she didn't get it. He got it. I know. Wow. How many do they have? If it says he made out with like, well, how did it word it? Jenelle received one car and motorcycle. David was awarded nearly all of the couple's other cars, motorcycles, ATVs, and motorized toys. How many do they have? I'm curious to know that too. All right. As far as weapons, David was, for some reason, awarded a bulk majority of the couple's weapon stash, the GUNs, the pew pews. Jenelle, however, got a few pew pews and the pew pew safe. Other stuff. One of the most surprising wins for David is Janelle's wedding ring, which he was awarded, along with several other pieces of jewelry. David also managed to get his mitts on the drum set, which Jenelle had posted photographs and videos of herself playing after the split. Oh my goodness. What if David would have said, she also got a Range Rover? You would have brought that up. That would have been crazy. Now, Jenelle, not long after the split, she posted the video of the drum set, and in the comment section, she said it was hers. That was hers. It belonged to her. All right. All of those material toys, but couldn't afford therapy for Jace. Gotcha. I'm so glad you said that, B. I'm so glad you said that because that is definitely something I would want to point out. She bought a boater home for like 50, I think it was like 50, what does anybody remember what she paid? 55,000, 56,000 for that boat that she paid for, that she bought for David? $50,000 she dropped in a day on a boat that didn't even really work. That's, according to her, almost 2 months worth of therapy. Lulu says, I believe David when he said Jenelle didn't want him working. My opinion. Honestly, I do too. He had a job before. Since he's been with Kinley, he's been working. So I kind of believe it. I do think they had trust issues with each other. So she didn't want him to work, and he was almost okay with it because I don't think he even trusted her, So he was like, okay, whatever. You make enough money, I'll stay home. Now, payments. This is also interesting. Jenelle is also going to be making payments to David for a while to help equalize the 50-50 splits of assets. I'm like, heck, to me, it seems like he got more, but okay. She has agreed to pay him more than $30,000. This is not alimony or anything to do with child support. Just an amount that she has to pay him to equalize their assets. I guess with her getting the house, the portions of the property that she did, that she shed, the things that she did get, I guess their value outweighed the value of the things that he got. So she is having to pay him $30,000. Jenelle and David are scheduled to meet next week to exchange their stuff, and then we'll be heading back to court next month, where we assume they will be working on the situation with Inslee. So Inslee, nothing has happened with Inslee as of yet. That will be future. This was just to divide up their assets, but David walked away pretty good, if I do say so myself. Honestly, I mean, he possibly could have asked for alimony. I don't know what the laws are in their state when it comes to alimony. It's a possibility, I guess he could have asked for it. So I wanted to show you guys some of the comments because Jenelle, she like we already looked at the picture that she posted, but there were some comments that I wanted to go over with you guys as well. Hey guys, hey. Here it is. All right, so we already looked over this. It says, now I can breathe, went through our assets, and came to a settlement. Ladies, please don't ever put anything in anyone else's name but your own. The battle is over. And then here's just some of the comments that I thought were interesting. She will get married again and do the same thing. And she will, more than likely. Girl, I tried telling you through the TV to not marry that guy, as he's not a good guy, but you had to learn the lesson just like all of us. Most women have picked the wrong men and don't listen to others. Sometimes when you're in love, you think you're in love and you look past all the red flags. When you haven't been loved by your parents, you look for love in men. I get it completely. No one is perfect. Take this time to heal and work on yourself to be the best version of yourself. You got this. And I hope she will listen to that. Does Jenelle really listen to people? Not so much. Hey, Freckle Face, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you so much. So good to see you too. Why does she care to keep the property in the house if she plans on living in Vegas? She said because her kids want it. She said, that's what she said. Oh, in a live maybe? Because I read about it. She said she hates the house. She hates going back to the house. She has a lot of bad memories, but the kids say they have a lot of good memories there and they want to keep the house. So for that reason, she wanted to keep the house. And then Christopher says, guess who chose your baby father? Good point. I mean, she did. The way people are arguing in these comments about someone they've never met is quite concerning. It's what they do. At Elle Bee, so Jenelle Evans Rogers, Eason's second ex-husband, third baby daddy, gets the house, car, and everything else. Am I hearing? He doesn't get the house. He gets the motor home. He doesn't get the actual house, but he does get some of the land. He does get her BMW. He does get the boater home. He does get 30 grand. She has to pay him 30 grand. He does get the majority of the pew-pews. He got a lot. He walked away. He got the majority of their motorcycles and things like that. Let's see. How much did you have to pay the deadbeat? If you find someone else and decide to marry, do a prenup. Congrats. Now he's her problem. Girl, we tried to tell you. Girl, we were screaming through the TV. Now you've been quiet long enough. Spill the beans on the relationship. LOL, me maintaining financial security on my house. LOL, me maintaining financial security on my house. You know how to pick them after everyone was saying he was no good. LOL. Big facts found that out when I lost okay, big facts found that out when I lost a car I was paying for, not him. This one down here is probably my favorite. She will get married again and do the same thing. In some states, it doesn't matter if you're married, it's marital property. But yeah, don't put anybody's name on your stuff either way. Or just put it in your parents' name and the ex gets nothing. I know somebody doing that. Anyways. Now, like I said, Jenelle always denies, what the Ashley puts out or what any other media outlet puts out. Anytime Jenelle has had a court date and the media tells us what happens. Jenelle always says, that's not true. So this is what Janelle's having to say over on X. Get off of there. She said 40 minutes ago. How are you going to report on something that's not officially filed yet? You are literally going by word of mouth. I'll speak my side once things are signed by a judge. I do think this is, I'm sure she's probably talking about the Ashley, because as far as I know, nobody else has posted anything. Jenelle, everyone knows we can only get the truth from you. I think you should probably speak the truth now because otherwise people may believe the Ashley. This is, one of the people that kisses Janelle's butt. I can't think of even one time that Jenelle that an outlet, especially the Ashley, I can't think of one time that the Ashley printed something that Jenelle said that's not true, and she was telling us the truth. Several times the Ashley printed something, Jenelle said that's not true, and it come to find out it was true. Just like one of the earlier times that Jace ran away after Jenelle regained custody, the Ashley told us about it. Jenelle said it wasn't true. Just like when she lost custody of him throughout this, she said it wasn't true. I don't even know if Janelle's threatening a lawsuit. I haven't heard. Thank you, Toasted, for the super chat. Hope you're not threatened by Janelle's lawsuit. I mean, Janelle's threatened over time, but as far as I know, she hasn't threatened recently. So her claiming there's no truth to this, I don't really believe that because the Ashley said she had somebody at court. So her court source told her that. And while Wanderer says she's dumb, it's public record. Now, Janelle's claiming nothing's been filed yet, but the Ashley's pretty good about, having good sources and knowing what she's talking about before she prints it. So I definitely believe what the Ashley is saying. But yeah, we'll see, you guys. Yeah, the Ashley is pretty legitimate and spot on. We'll see what transpires from here on out. It will be filed soon. If it's not filed yet and the Ashley didn't check the record, she will soon. And if there's anything that needs to be changed, she will correct herself. If anything is different than what she printed, the Ashley will do an update on it and she'll let us know. And if so, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, 30 grand she has to pay to David. I'm just shocked by the BMW too. I'm pretty shocked because that's the car that she drives around. That's like her main automobile is that BMW. So I was shocked that he got that. He got his truck. He got portions of the property. But yeah, now the last thing they have to settle is if he will get some sort of custody of Inslee. And last we heard about that was that the judge did order him to undergo a psych eval, and he had not done it yet. So when they do go to court for that, I don't really know, how that's going to transpire, what's going to take place when they go to court if he still hasn't underwent the psych eval. I do know I read or heard somewhere that the reason he had not taken it is because it is kind of expensive and they don't offer it like locally, I think. Like it's like a little bit ways away and they're kind of expensive. So he hadn't done it yet. Do divorce records become available to the public? Honestly, I'm not sure. So I don't know. I don't know. Does it, you guys? Well, yeah, they are because like Ryan and Mackenzie, that's how like the Sun keeps up with their stuff because they're constantly checking the record. So I think so. It'll say per court records this, and this. So I think so. And this is so true. I think every journalist gets things wrong from time to time. What sets them apart is if they fix those mistakes 1,000%. The court made her give up the Beamer for a division of the assets. I'd say Jenelle needs a psych eval as well. I want to say I heard that, like that David request that she have one also? I think that was reported before. Most are public record unless you pay or find a way to have them sealed. We did, Josh. Thank you, April. I literally showed you. That's so true. You guys, I've had a rough 3 weeks. Okay. I've had a rough 3 weeks. That's why I haven't been on here that much. I haven't been able to. I've been extremely busy in my personal life with a lot of things going on. So you're right. Yes, they can be public records. They are because I showed you guys. We went over Pumpkin and Josh's divorce records, so they are. Yeah, Jenelle filed for divorce long after the of Jace by David. His trial hasn't even started yet. True story, it hasn't. They are public unless asked to be sealed. Yes, B. You guys, please take a second to hit that thumbs up button if you don't mind. I would have thought that a psyche eval ordered by the court would be paid for by the court. No, even when you are ordered by the court to undergo a drug test, you still have to pay for it. You still have to pay for that. So, yeah, no. Oh, actually, if he owns the land next to her land, how's that going to work? She's never there really, so David pleaded no, no true crime junkie, he hasn't. There was discussions of a plea from what I heard. They met and they did like a mediation and there was like discussions of a plea, but I don't think anything has happened. I will say this since the split, it sadly seems that David has been more stable of the two. I do agree with that. I do agree with that. I agree that David has been more stable. He's got a job. We haven't heard of him and Kinley having any battles. That it hasn't been, we haven't seen her take all the pictures of her and David off her page and unfollow him. They've seemed pretty stable so far. I wanted to just kind of see what all they had, like as far as dirt bikes and motorcycles and all of that. So, I mean, they do seem to have. This is one of Jace's. I don't know if they still have it. They got Jace a new dirt bike for his 15th birthday, and it was. Let me see if I can find it. She recorded a video of her giving it to Jace. Do you guys remember? It was a blue dirt bike. And then here's a video of when David went to the house to try to get some of their his bikes and belongings. He said where he is. So I really don't know. The bike that she got, Jace, looked a lot like this, but I don't think that is it. I think that's when they went to the track and rode, and the track had their own bikes, I do believe. So here is a video of Marissa and Jace on bikes. They have four-wheelers. I know they have at least two four-wheelers. So yeah, I don't know. Surprised her with a pink dirt bike. That was probably something. Oh, they surprised Inslee with a pink dirt bike. Okay. Is this the same one? I think it is. That's Inslee on it down there. So yeah, they have a lot of toys in regards to bikes and stuff like that. All right, you guys. So that's what it is. I'm pretty shocked to say the least. I'm pretty shocked that he walked away with so much. I'm sure he's pretty happy about that. I just want to hear from Marissa. I had talked to Marissa and she was going to come on my channel, but she wanted to wait until the divorce was settled. So maybe now she'll speak out. If not, I completely understand. I would hate to share land right next to my ex. You never see me there though if her claims to keep the house was for the kids was right. Oh, 100%. Yeah. If she really kept the house for the kids, I doubt they'll be back there anytime soon. I doubt she'll go that much. Jace would be much happier if he was able to ride his dirt bike where he lived. Taking him away from it during this time of his life was such a bad idea. He posts a lot about dirt bikes and riding and stuff like that. He posts a lot of videos on his Instagram of people riding dirt bikes. Yeah, country living, lots of toys, exactly. But you guys leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you guys think about everything that David walked away with? You guys think he deserved it? What do you think David deserved it? I have something else that I thought about talking about because I'm curious. And I get a little bit of it. I'm trying to figure out a way to word this before I end this video. But David and Jenelle had a toxic relationship, horrible allegations of ABUSC, drinking, smoking. We all hate David for what he did to Jace, for everything, him and they split up. He gets with Kinley, who appears to have a good head on her shoulders, which makes everyone wonder why is she with David. But they seem to be doing well. He has cleaned up a good bit. He looks like this again in this picture, pretty much. He has a job. It seems like he's doing pretty well, right? Y'all still hate him? Because I'm like, Ryan Edwards, him and Mackenzie, the end of their marriage, horrible. Allegations of ABUSC. I mean, I say allegations, but we know that's what it was in both cases. With David and Jenelle, it was ABUSC. With Mackenzie and Ryan, it was ABUSC. I say allegations to just kind of protect myself, but I mean, just to be realistic, that's what it was, right? So Ryan Edwards, I mean, David was a part of his kid's life. He had custody of Marissa. He helped raise Inslee. Now, he did have Caden that he did not have a relationship with, and he was not allowed to, right? He would talk about that from time to time, post about it, how he wants to see his son, but he's not allowed, blah, 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 blah. So we have Ryan, who horrible, nobody liked him because of how he treated Macy, how he destroyed the house, how he wasn't a dad for Bentley. But now he's come out of that. He is sober, or clean. He's clean. I just recently realized there's a difference between sober and clean. Him and his girlfriend, Amanda, they seem to do well with each other, and everybody loves him. Everybody loves him. So I'm just like, I wonder where people, like everybody that loves Ryan and can applaud him, how do they feel about David? I'm very curious about that. Anybody else? I want to even make a post on Facebook, like, okay, do we like him? Do y'all like him now? Like, he's staying out of trouble. He seems to be in a loving relationship. Where we at with David? If we love Ryan, what do you guys think about that? I'm going to stay live for just a few minutes because I want to hear you guys' opinion, and then I'm going to close this one out. But I am curious. George says, Elle Bee girl, you give way too much grace. Jenelle and David are both gross, disgusting people. Neither of them deserve to parent a child. Oh, George, don't get me wrong. I didn't say they did. No, I didn't say they did. And I do agree. I don't think David was just the issue. I think it's both of them. You know what I'm saying? I think Jenelle was bad on her own. She's horrible on her own. That's why, as far as those two, David and Jenelle, David has stayed out of trouble. Tosa said Elle Bee would root for David, but can't because he abused. No. I mean, I would never root for someone that's done the things that David has done. I'm not saying that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just curious because I know, Heather, I commented on a Mackenzie thread once saying she didn't deserve the physical abuse from Ryan, and people were like, "Were you there?" Like, it's wild. It's wild. It is. They were two toxic people together, 100%. Two toxic people together, and it really just blew up. But yeah, Ryan, to our knowledge, has never abused a child, just his wife, not his child, whereas David, the situation with Jace, and he put hands on Jenelle. So that is definitely worse. They both unalived animals. David unalived the dog Nugget because Nugget nipped Inslee. And then you got Ryan, who killed cats for fun. I don't know. That's what was said. The BMW, oh my goodness. Kelly says the BMW will have sugar in the tank when Jenelle hands it over. If that BMW comes back to him and it breaks down like right after, I would definitely be like, what's going on? Elle Bee, I would root for David if he didn't abuse kids. I think he's actually funny, LOL. Problem is he's a child abuser. I think he will be better now that he's out of that toxic relationship. It seems like he is better out of the relationship with Jenelle. I'm not saying he's going to be 100% better, but Jenelle and David are water and oil, bring out the worst in each other as opposed to the best. Kinley doesn't seem to understand substances like Oh, Kinley doesn't seem to use substances like Jenelle, and that could play a role too. J.E. and David were toxic for each other, exactly. Let's not forget about Nugget Gate. Mothers do not get the leniency. Mothers do not get the leniency Ryan and David have gotten from the public. Jenelle has to play nice. Her and David are close neighbors now. Now, I don't think she'll be back to. I think she might go every once in a while she's in town for something, but I don't think she'll really be there that much. Kelly says David Eason is an unintentionally funny guy. All right, you guys. I was just curious what you guys thought about like David and Ryan because Ryan does get a lot of love and a lot of like. I mean, he's got his own fan base. Ryan and Amanda got them a fan base where people are wanting them to get their own show. I've seen that. Like, oh, we want you to get your own show. So I was just curious. David Eason, he's in a new relationship. They seem to do really well with each other. He's got a job. Like, where it, are we as forgiving for him or not so much? Like, I understand he did do more bad than Ryan in terms of what he did to Jay. So I do get that. Couldn't she just Airbnb it or rent it out? She could, but I know it had mold in it before, and she needed to have the mold cleaned up, remove whatever you do to mold. Kelly says Amanda's personality rocks. Yes, it did have mold. Okay, you guys. So leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Are you shocked by the outcome of their divorce and how they had to split the assets? I am very curious how Jenelle feels about this. She's appearing to be okay with it in the post that she made. She says the media doesn't have the correct facts, but like I said, if the Ashley has any facts that are incorrect, she'll let us know that. LB, he seems to be doing good. I'm sure he's being the same David we all know. And that's possible. I've talked to Kinley behind the scenes. She's very nice. And she's like, I would not put up with any crap like cheating, abuse. Like, I'm not that type of person. I'm not going to do it, not even for a second. Yeah, she'll post some clickbait article about it. She sure will. It's sinking. Who's going to rent it? $71K says, I don't think he abused. I think he was trying to get Jay's home, and Jay's tried to get away from him. I will tell you the stuff that I've heard about it is I was told that he put him in a headlock and rammed his head into the car, and that he also put his hands around Jace's neck and was like choking him and said something along the lines of I'll effing kill you or something like that. Something like that. No, I was told that by sources close to the situation. And I was also told that's why they added the additional charge of assault by strangulation, which is a felony charge. And that they did that because there was ring camera footage of that. And it was viewed by a grand jury. A grand jury added the charge of assault by strangulation, which is a felony. I mean, I'm not saying Jace wasn't trying to get away and a tussle broke out, but then those things allegedly happened, from what I was told. And I just feel like if you're a grown man, like Jace was a lot shorter, Jenelle was in a car. If you're a grown man and he's trying to get away, or if he even starts hitting at you, I mean, wrap up on him, wrap up and yell, Jenelle, call the cops. All right, Jace, we're gonna call the cops. You want to swing on me? You want to buck up on me? We'll call the cops. We'll put your butt in jail. We'll put you in juvie somewhere. You're not gonna swing on me. And putting your hands around their neck. That's more than I would. I'm not gonna do that. If my kid swings at me, I'm gonna put them in a headlock and tell them you don't want it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna try to, like, I don't know, I'm gonna try to hold on to them and tell them, I'm gonna put them in a position where they cannot move. And I'm gonna tell them, you wanna do this? You wanna put hands on me? I can call the cops on you. You wanna calm down or you want the cops to come? He did not get the house. Jenelle did get the house. But he did get some of the land around the house. We'll never see the footage because Jace is a child, right? More than likely, yeah. Now, it is owned by the neighbor. unless the neighbor put it out, which I would hope they wouldn't, just because that's if I was Jace, I wouldn't want something like that out about me. Unless Jace decides at some point he wants to put it out and goes to the neighbor and, you know. Okay, guys, leave me your thoughts. Like, share, subscribe. Also, don't forget about Rose Forever, which is a company that they make those roses that you see all over the Kardashians' house. They last well over a year. They are beautiful. I have a ton of arrangements myself. There's a link in the top of my description box. Will take you right over to the website Rose Forever, and you can scroll through there. They have candles. They have the roses. You can get any colors. You can get blue, orange, black, gray. Beautiful. They have white vases where you can just get one single long stem rose if you want. They have a wide variety of options. Go check them out if you have, you know, a family member that has a birthday coming up that you want to gift them with that. Some people can. A lot of my people have bought those. But my thing is like if you can afford a bouquet that lasts a week, maybe two, less than two, then why not just spend a little bit extra money to buy a beautiful arrangement that will last over a year? But I have people in who all in here. I have people that have gotten them. I love them. I mean, they are expensive, but they last well over a year. These are hand picked, they are preserved, and they are beautiful. Will you be going live tonight? Are you talking about on here? I may do one more, and I might do a live on TikTok. I may go live on TikTok. Jay Marie says, Georgia, my sister has them. I mean, I understand maybe not everybody can afford that. I get that. But some people can, and they've gotten them and they love them. They're gorgeous and so worth it. I love mine. Triple says, I paid $40 for real roses at the store that lasted a week and a half. I know. Yeah, you guys, the link to Rose Forever is in the top of the description box. You can use code ELLEB20 for $20 off your order. And they're always running sales. They are always running sales every holiday, Black Friday, Easter. They're always running sales. And you can use my code in conjunction with the sale and you can get more off your order. So you guys go check them out. Bye, guys.